Good evening and welcome to my podcast. Tonight I'm going to talk about deprivation of liberty safeguards forms. This is a deprivation of liberty safeguards form and it is illegal. The reason this is illegal is because the patient did not know, the relatives did not know, the wrong address, the wrong phone number, the wrong diagnosis, and fictional appointments were made up, i.e. outpatient appointments. Inside is a description of events which are totally untrue. Legally, under the MCA 2005, that is the Mental Capacity Act 2005, a person is always deemed to have capacity unless proven otherwise. And to have capacity, it means basically that person has to make a decision. The decision has to be respected, even if it is unwise. A capacity test is always performed to prove that there is no capacity. In this case, there was no capacity test. And therefore, if a capacity test is not done, the person is held against their will. Falsely imprisoned. This is very serious. False imprisonment is an offence which carries a maximum of up to 10 years in prison. There are other issues here too. It is very serious to deprive someone of their liberty. It's part of our human rights. It's Section 5 of the Human Rights Act. Firstly, the person has to know as there is a right of appeal, because you can't appeal against something you don't know about. And secondly, the relatives have to know so that they could appeal. Whoever is depriving someone of their liberty, be it a hospital or a care home, they must make sure that the person is able to maintain contact with family and friends and that their needs are met. It is vital that the hospital or care home make sure that you or your family understand that you have the right of appeal against this and a right to review. As I go over this form tonight, I'm shocked, dumbfounded at the level of criminality and fraud. This is what happened to Brian. This form was filled in on the 26th of September 2017 at 14:10 by the ward sister and the ward manager acting. 28 hours later, he was dead from a medication error. This was admitted by the hospital. There has been no apology, no explanation, and there has been no remorse. So he was forced to die alone, calling out for me, dehydrated, lacking food and the essentials of human life. I think there needs to be a lesson learned here. This is going on in hospitals and it cannot be allowed to go on. So all I can say to you is please beware, make sure your relatives are okay, and I will be updating you on this. Good night.